How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Rex Trail Boys. Today we've got to divide and conquer. What I mean by that is that this guy is going to take y'all and go set up for duck season. And then I'm going to join y'all after I do. I've got a couple people coming over to sight in their guns for rifle season. I told them they could. So we're going to split up long enough to take care of that. So I'm going to take care of them sighting in their rifles. He's going to take care of the duck blind. And later on the day, we're going to sit down at the gun rest and do 165 Remington Core-Lokt Tipped and see how they function out of Jeremy's 308. Does that sound like a plan with you?
Yeah, the reason why we're doing a 165 is because one of the marketing specialists reached out to us from Remington, and he sent me, I didn't ask for it, I asked for 150 grains. He sent me 150 grain Core-Lokt Tipped to replace the ones I've burnt in the previous video. But he also sent me a box of 165 grains to try out, so that's why we're doing that.
So that's the plan, y'all. Just to recap, Jeremy's going to take y'all, show y'all some duck hunting setup, and then I'm going to meet up with Jeremy, help him finish up his project, and then later on today, we're going to get this figured out. Does his like 150 or 165 grains? Leave a comment down below at the beginning of the video. We'll find out later. Y'all, he wants me to look at some sort of video he did of this boat motor right here, which, by the way, y'all, he bought for
$200.
$200 online.
It's a 25 horse.
Is it actually a Mercury, or is it? It's got the Mercury sticker on it. I guess that don't mean much, but.
And the gear shifter's in the handle, so when you do that, yeah, that's forward, and do it like that, that's reverse.
Imagine that. Anyway, he wants me to pull up a video of it working, so hang on. I mean,
$200.
so if it's not obvious, he spent $200 on it. And we're gonna turn it around
And sell it for about.
and sell it for
times what I get for it.
and sell it for more than what that person was going to charge us for it. I don't know what his deal was. It's not stolen. It's got a serial number on it. Anyway, it's on here, so it's got a serial number, so it's not hot. So we don't know what this guy's deal was, but he just didn't want it in a shop.
Oh, that's out of my way. I don't need that now, man. I just need some good wood. Decent wood, anyway. In the back of the truck. It's going to a duck blind. It ain't gonna matter what kind of shape it's in, as long as we can screw it together and it hold. Ain't gonna matter. Not being picky. Free wood's free wood. This was free wood given to us from a sawmill. Bunch of reject wood. Not pretty wood. And it ain't gonna have to be pretty to be for duck blind. So I'll get this loaded and get the kayak loaded, which is over there. Then get the wood, kayak, I got everything else except the battery. I'm charging the battery for a drill. I'll be good to go. Had a leak in the boat. I just flipped it over and I noticed it looked awfully soft. Had like a little soft spot right there on it. I was like, well, that's probably gonna leak. Well, I put water in it. It's leaking. Luckily I have JB Weld on standby. I wanna lather it on good. JB Weld comes in handy. It'd suck we get out there on the duck hole and 20 degrees and then kayak starts sinking. That wouldn't be fun. Thomas, you can say I'm fixing your boo-boo. Mister, I want to scrub this on concrete when I go fishing.
This sponsor segment is brought to you by 601 Outdoor Scents. We just wanted to kind of show you a little bit of the product selection that we have with us currently as of the date of this shooting. He does cover scents and he does synthetic attractants, so he covers all the bases. He also has apparel that you can see right here. Some of the specific stuff that we have to show y'all today is we've got sassafras food scent, soybean, white oak acorn attractant, we've got black licorice, cover scent, we got persimmon attractant, we got peanut butter attractant, pine cover scent, swamp thing, fresh dirt cover scent, which we really like to use during the hunting season, pine cover scent, we've got triple XTC 3-gland scent, synthetic allure bedding with estrus, synthetic hot mama dough and heat, and then he does a little bit of stuff for the beauty side of things. He's got some beard oil, he's got something called the Outdoorsman, and then he's got something for the ladies too. So if you guys want to check him out, he does soaps and he does cover scents, he does scent attractants, he's got the scent drags to go for your scent attractants. He can rig you up for your scent game, especially if you want to play hunting season in the wind this winter. If you guys are interested, this is the best scents, especially synthetic scents, that are on the market as of right now. Absolutely no false advertising. What you see is what you get.
That ought to fix it. Let that take 2 days to cure. Even though I got it to cure about an hour ago.
That'll be solid.
Oh yeah, we have arrived. Even though it don't look like much, but there's water out there. Waiting on the other guys to get here. They're on their way. Apparently there's one of them boys on a tractor fitting a bush hog all this right here. So that's gonna be nice because it's pretty tall. I got my chainsaw, kayak, wood, waders, you name it. I've got it, water. And the cavalry has arrived. Now we just start the work of hauling stuff in the hole. Got a lot of wood to tote in. Ain't too far of a walk. Probably at the most about 80, 100 yards. Ain't too bad. Just walk across really muddy marsh. That is some deep mud. We'll screw it together and we'll make one solid platform.
Or if anything, put the pallet here and run the blind this way.
You'll go ahead and grab one. Oh!
We're gonna put one right there, and I told him, I was like, that's gonna whoever's sitting down there at that corner is gonna be screwed.
Yeesh.
We're gonna have to we're gonna have to turn it over, and we're gonna have to see what the length of it is and see if it's unstable, and because we're gonna be going to about right where he's standing at, to right over there.
We need to know where Thomas is gonna be sitting, that way we can reinforce it.
We'll put him on the bad end.
Hold up, let me put some screws in it. These are framing, the bad looking ones. We can frame that out with that. Yeah. Well guys, right now we are headed to go get some brush for this blind. That's the only thing we like on it, is brushing it in. We're crunched on time, so whenever we get to a certain point where we're somewhat done, I'll get back with y'all. But as right now, it's framed and we've got wire on it. Oh, that's for ducks. I am pulling a whole tree though. Said I am pulling a whole tree. Woo! That's sharp breathing hard. I just got pulling a bunch of limbs. Hey boys. Y'all got it looking good out here.
That's what she looks like from behind. That's what she said. But it's looking pretty good. What you think, Chance?
Oh yeah, it's looking good.
You hear him screaming over?
Yeah.
Here they come. Here they come.
Are they coming? All right, guys, so I just got done sighting in 5 rifles. It was 2 Browning BARs, another Browning X-Bolt, another Browning it was an older Browning. I don't necessarily know the one on that, and it was a Thompson Center. It was 3 308s and 2 270s. So that was a fun little shootout, but, you know, just for the respect to the clients, just to make sure that, you know, they did or didn't want to be on camera, I made sure not to record them. So you just take my word for it. It was a lot of fun. There's a whole lot of shooting. There's brass all over the ground right now. But anyway, all right, so here's what we're going to do. We've got 150 Remington Core-Lokt tip. We also have 165 grain Remington Core-Lokt tip. Comparatively, here's what this video is all about. Somebody may have asked themselves at some point, what's better to shoot in my gun? Is it 150 grain? Is it 165? The truth of the matter is, it's up to your preference about which one you would prefer to shoot. However, there's just a couple of slight differences that we're going to talk about today. Velocity-wise, we'll start with the 150. 150 stated muzzle velocity is 2840, while the 165 grains is 2700 on the box. So what does that mean for you in your practical hunting? Well, it means pretty much this. All right, 150 is going to expand. It's going to be a whole lot more explosive on impact than the 165. The 165 is going just a smidge bit slower than the 150 grain, which means it's going to penetrate at least, I don't know, I would say probably about a good 2 inches deeper than the 150 grains. Now, if you're not that worried about penetration versus expansion, what's the real difference? It's going to be in the actual shooting of the gun itself. Does the 150 and the 165 grains, are the point of impacts that much different? Will it affect the accuracy out of a rifle? I don't know. We're here to find that out. I'm testing with a 308 Savage Axis, and what you see here, it is equipped with a Vortex optic on it. It is a 3x9 by 40 optic, and then going on down the gun, it's got the standard Savage bolt. It's really not that bad of a bolt after all 5 of the guns that I've sighted in today. Comparatively, that Savage Axis is actually pretty good on the action part. It's got a synthetic stock. Jeremy went ahead and put a little custom paint job on it. He also did a trigger job on it, so it's probably got about a 2.5 3 pound trigger on it. So that's the gun we're going to be shooting it out of, and we're going to be going, I will restate, the 150 grains. We will do 3-shot group first of the 150 grains to see where the point of impact is. That's what his gun is sighted in with, is the 150 grains. The 165, we're going to be testing the accuracy, number 1, out of a 3-shot group. Number 2, we are also going to be testing the difference between point of impact between the 150 and the 165. And can we actually get away with firing the 150 and the 165? Can we actually sight the gun in for 1 bullet and shoot with, or hunt rather, with both of them? We're here to find that out. So we're also going to test a little bit of penetration. We're going to do a 150 shot into the wood and concrete and a 165 shot into the wood and concrete. See if there's any noticeable difference, okay? We already know how mushrooms we've got. We know how it expands at 50 yards. We've seen it before. We know what the Core-Lokt tip does there. What we really want answered
is where these bad boys are hitting and the point of impact changes, and does it penetrate any deeper than the 150. So let's get started. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all though, I didn't give you all the information. This is a Vortex Crossfire 2 3x9x40. All right, we're gonna start with the 150s. We're gonna do the target on the left, 3-shot group. For context, the bullets look pretty much exactly the same, so I'm just gonna show you one of them. This is what the 150 looks like. It's got that green tip like them Remington bullets have got. Next weekend is gun season. Can't wait to be in the woods to put everything we've learned on paper this year to action. All right, target on the left. Okay. Third shot. All right, gonna let the barrel cool. We'll do the 165s. Squirrel's either brave, stupid, or deaf. Probably deaf. Especially if he's been in the bed all day waiting on us to get done shooting. Pretty good little group for the 308 Savage Axe. It's about a, that's not about, that's a right at a 1-inch group. It's a little to the left, so if the 165s are also a little to the left, I'll readjust his scope just a little bit to go that right there for gun season. But I'm just gonna show y'all the group while we're waiting on it to cool down. I mean, there's my thumb and there's the side of my thumb, and it pretty much nearly covers it up. So that's not a bad group by no means whatsoever. So either way, even with the 150s, he should be relatively satisfied with how his gun's shooting with that. So we keep that in mind going forward. Now, how does the 165s do? Okay, so this was the first group that I had. I forgot to press record, so I'm gonna go back and do that again, even though that is not impressive at all. Looks like he's got a 150 gun. Okay guys, as you just saw, that was not an impressive group. However, I forgot to press record, so we're gonna try that one more time. Just so that y'all can see, I'm shooting them. I'm trying to play this as fair as possible. I'm shooting them the exact same way as I did the 150s. There's no discrepancy, it's the same shooter. That way you can't go back and say, well, he messed, no. This is just the difference between grainage and your rifle, okay? It's best that y'all see it now going into hunting season instead of just figuring it out later on with life, wondering why you missed all the deer you had. It might not have been a personal attack against myself. All right, let's try again. Target to the right. Ugh. We'll go look and talk turkey for a minute. Is there a point of impact shift? Yes. Right here, the scope is zeroed in for 100 yards. As you can tell, I need to adjust it just a little bit, but it'd be dead on. As for the 150s. Now you throw a 165 grain in your gun, it's gonna land lower, and your gun, or rifle rather, may not like it. So why am I giving y'all this information? Well, it's very, very simple. Rifle season is upon us, or if it is not upon you, it is already happening. It's already happening in your state. I don't know if you would agree with this or not, but it is our jobs as hunters to make the most ethical decisions that you can make when it comes to harvesting the animal that you're targeting. If you've looked up this ammo comparison thinking that they were going to be exclusively similar, no, this is the results that I got from this test, okay? And what should that tell you as a hunter? Well, if you're getting a such and such inch group with a certain grainage, change the grainage of the round that you're shooting and see if your gun likes that better, because as you just saw right there, that Savage Axis just likes them a little lighter. It's still going to be ultimately deadly on deer, but it's way more accurate with the 150 grain. Your rifle may not be that way. Your rifle may like the 165 or even the 180 grains. You just won't know until you try, and you're running out of time because rifle season is right on at least my doorstep. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fire the 150 grain, check penetration. However far it goes into that concrete is however far it's going to go through bone, through hide. Not necessarily the water part of everything of a deer, but I'm talking about the hard stuff. And we're going to test it also with the 165. In theory, the 165 should penetrate more, but we can only find out. We can't find out until we test it. All right, single shot of 150 to check penetration. Bottom of the wood. I need it to be the bottom of the wood. 3 to 1. All right, let's go look. Okay, so in theory, this shot should have been more explosive than the other one. And let's see. Entry, expansion. And then we've got straight through the center. And then we punched the block. Looks like a superficial punch, didn't go all the way through, so it punched a little bit there. All right, now onto the 165s. Will they punch that concrete more? The only way to find out is to shoot it. Okay, here's one shot of the 165 into the penetration. In theory, it should be less explosive, but more penetrative. So, let's try it. Let's go look. The 165 shot out a hole in the wood, which is interesting. And our punch hole is just a little deeper. You can see where the tip of my thumb is. That's where it punched into. So it did punch deeper. And I went through more wood with the 165. So not only did it go through more wood, like I think the 150 went through the crack, but it also punched deeper, which is the whole point of having a heavier bullet, is more penetration. But if you like the expansion, go the expansion route. It drops deer faster. It's just on bigger game. At least I've been told that you want a bigger bullet. I could be wrong. Now guys, I just wanted to say this, the 150 and the 165, yes, you saw differences in just our gun, the one that we own. The one that you own, you may see an even bigger difference, or you may see an even smaller difference. So keep that in mind when you test out a bullet. Overall, the 150s in my gun were more accurate. The 165s were not as accurate, okay? That, again, doesn't necessarily mean that for you. Overall, the 150s expanded more, and the 165s penetrated deeper. That should be information that works across the board, so keep that in mind as well. Now, here's my final thoughts about the 150s and 165s. Truthfully, pick whichever one shoots the best out of your gun and run with it. You shouldn't have a problem killing a deer with either one of them. So, my recommendation is honestly, right before you get ready to go deer hunting in the woods, especially for gun season, make sure that you are going out into the field and testing your rifle in real world situations so that you know how your gun is going to react when you pull it out and prepare to post up on the animal that you're after, okay? That's the main recommendation for me today. Now, as for what size bullet should I use? Out of that gun right there, it should be the 150s, but again, you should choose which one works the best in your rifle. Some rifles are pickier than others. We hope that y'all have a fantastic rifle season, a fantastic hunting season. I mean, whether that be archery, rifle, or whatever, and we hope that you guys get out in the woods and go have the time of your life. If this is the first time you've watched this video, hi, how are you? If this is something that you've been watching us do over a period of time, hey, it's good to see y'all again. Guys, we've got some really cool videos coming down the line for hunting season, especially rifle season, so stay tuned for that. And guys, this is going to be one heck of a hunting season, so stay tuned for this episode of the Rakestraw Boys. I guess for now, we gone.